Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. I hope you guys are having a great day. Glad to have y'all here for another live stream. Let's go and hop over here to the models, my friends. Let's go and see who we got here so far for today. We got ourselves TRG, we have John, we have Crystal, we have Cooper, we have Mary, we have ourselves Brooklyn as a new mod. So congratulations and welcome to the team, my friend. Mazio, we have ADHD&D, we have Jonathan. I think I already said that. Did I say Jonathan? I don't think I did. Never mind. What's up, Jonathan? Hope you're doing good. Kaylee, let's see, John, Tom, Susie, Roadster Jim, Susie. Is that a different Susie? No, it's the same Susie. Anyways, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good out there. Glad to have you all here for another update. So, we got some pretty interesting things that's been happening out west. Now, obviously, the storm system that we were tracking, we're going to see a lot of impacts here on both the flooding side as well as the winter weather side. Some areas here potentially could be seeing up to a couple feet of snow, which is definitely going to be pretty crazy. I mean, we're not talking inches at this time. We're talking feet. Local up to 3 feet possible. Winds could gust as high as 50 to 60 miles an hour. Let's try up here to the north here. As high as 70 miles an hour. So we're going to see like blizzard conditions, across some of those areas there, the upper elevations of California. Also, some of these, let's see here. Some of these winter storm watches is what these are. Some of these winter storm watches are already starting to be continued or issued into portions like Nevada. We do have ourselves a couple of winter storm watches out there. Let's see. What's up, Tyler? Hope you're doing good, man. Polar Vortex. Hope you are good. Glad to have you here. What's up, Haley? Welcome, everybody. Obviously, everybody else who's not chatting as well. Hope you all are doing good. Also, one of the main things before we really dive on into this here, like I said, we also do have ourselves a lot of flood watches in effect out there. Is we're going to see some real heavy flooding across these regions here for basically the Wednesday and Thursday commute. We got a really good potential out there for some flooding along these regions here. So San Francisco, as you can see, is like right in the heart of all that madness. Like I said, there also could be really some gusty winds out of it too. Definitely some windy conditions would be pretty much a factor here with this upcoming system overall, so we'll have to look out there for that. But something I want to kind of go over here a little more immediate, a little bit more of an immediate concern here overall is this actually be impacting tomorrow morning's commute, so a little bit of a heads up to you guys who will be traveling up early tomorrow. So we're going to be seeing ourselves a bit of a snow squall type of ordeal. possibly kicking off here tomorrow. It seems like a lot of the models have been talking about this here for quite a while, actually. We're going to be seeing ourselves the potential of some heavy snowfall starting across portions here of like central Michigan. There could even be some sleet, some freezing rain, and some normal rain mixing in with that there. So overall, the morning commute, not just across Michigan, but also portions like Indiana, we could have ourselves a pretty difficult time tomorrow getting to our destination. So just use extra caution while driving. Just a bit of a heads up for you guys, just to let you guys know what's going on here. Obviously this could carry its way into like Ohio here by the evening. I mean, this time particularly, this is right around 3 p.m. tomorrow. Whenever the line's going to start here, looks like that line kind of starts picking up here right around 1, 2 a.m. It's going to be kind of at its heaviest around, right around rush hour, actually, between like 6 and 9 a.m. It's going to be pretty strong out in those regions here. So I do see there being a potential of, some impacts with travel and all that stuff tomorrow for areas out there towards, like northern and maybe central Indiana, eventually working its way into like western and central Ohio. So we'll have to watch out there for that. Also Michigan there too. So yeah, just wanted to mention that because what's basically happening here is we have ourselves a little bit of a disturbance that is pretty much just working its way to the southwest here, to the southeast here. Whenever this relopes, I'll show you. So you can kind of see how we have this low pressure system located right here, and this thing's just going to be kind of working its way down to the south here and redeveloping out there in the Atlantic, which is pretty interesting. It's going almost straight down. So, there's actually a possibility that this little system might even be able to pick up a little bit of snowfall out there, possibly towards like those upper elevations of the Appalachian Mountains. We probably could pick up maybe a couple of, maybe a couple of inches. I'd say could be a possibility in some of those regions, mostly for those upper elevations. We could see some heavy snowfall here overall, but it's not going to be anything super significant for those areas. What's a squall? So basically, in this case, a snow squall is basically just a heavy burst of snowfall, which could rapidly drop visibilities to near zero at times, as well as cause some quick and really bad road conditions really quickly due to the heavy amounts of snow that's falling in a short period of time. The rates of snowfall is very high in squall lines or snow squall. And rain, obviously normal squall lines, which is like thunderstorms, is heavy rain. But in this case, it's snowfall. So there could be a bunch of problems there with that. This will actually work its way towards Detroit and all those areas there too. Let's see. What about Ohio? Yeah, so Ohio, like I said, is going to be impacted by this, mostly the central and western side. It'll be kind of pretty much afternoon, evening time. Do I think the system for upcoming weekend could cause severe weather in the south? Yes, I do. I think it's a possibility. Even the SPC, if you don't know, the Storm Prediction Center, they did mention the possibility of, this system overall actually driving a bit of problems possibly for the south. They said as of right now it seems pretty marginal because there's a lot of disagreement between the models in terms of where the main severe weather problem is going to be. So you can actually see that really big system. That's the storm system right here. I mean, this thing's an absolute monster of a storm here, and this guy is going to be really just kind of hugging up against the west coast here. Bringing in a lot of precipitation for the west. A lot of rainfall for those lower elevations, and a lot of snowfall for those upper elevations. Several feet we're talking about. Also could continue into areas here as like. Even out there in the other Rockies, the other parts of the Rockies, like, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Idaho, maybe possibly even Wyoming here at some point. And as we approach our way down into the 4th, the morning of the 4th, the late 3rd, we're going to get that low pressure system to reattach itself, come back from the dead here basically, and kick its way off here to the east here, which will be bringing problems. Heavy precipitation, as you can see right here, across the south, which, depending on things, it could be severe weather. There's a good chance it has a possibility of doing such. Reason we say that is because models do show a bit of instability available for thunderstorms, and not to mention the winds, they're obviously pulling up a lot of that moisture from the Gulf, which will definitely, in theoretical probabilities, could pop off some severe weather. So that's something to look out for. Dallas, so Dallas, honestly, not a whole lot. I mean, maybe some rain out of this here, but yeah, no big issues. I think if we're going to have like any severe weather or anything like that, it's probably going to be from like Louisiana, possibly to Florida. I think it's mostly going to be kind of like, maybe some of these areas here could potentially see some activity regarding severe weather. But it's, like I said, still a little early to tell for sure. Let's see here. Will anything happen this weekend in Oklahoma? So, like I said, we're going to have this passage of this low-pressure system. Obviously, there could be a bit of rain, but I don't think it'll bring too many issues for you overall. Yeah. I don't think there'll be too many problems out by that way. But anyways, all right, so we're going to go ahead and actually, I want to look at the winds on this system. That's actually one of the things I do want to look at here. So let's bring up the NAM, and we'll hop on over here, y'all. Going to take a look and see what's going on down there. Surface, we'll pull up the... Where's my... Hold on. Where did my thing go? Here, I'm going to bring this down here for a minute. Me wind gusts. Did I lose my wind gusts here? Maybe that was on certain models. Dude, I swear there was like wind gusts. Yeah, it must be a... Yeah, it looks like it's just like a short model exclusive thing. Okay, well, we'll just hop over to this page then and look at it. Anyways, but yeah, so with the wind gusts and stuff like that, let's go ahead and bring those up here. So now wind gusts, obviously you probably know what wind gusts are, but if you don't, what the winds could peak up to. And, it definitely could bring some windy conditions here to portions of the country. Obviously here, like I said, we have a little low pressure system right now that is working its way up from Canada, or down from Canada, and going down into the south, to the southeast here. And like I said, this is going to be bringing the potential for a bit of snow, actually, possibly for places like Michigan and central western Ohio and portions out there towards Indiana. Tomorrow's commute could be a bit of an issue in those regions there. So a little bit of ice could mix in, bit of sleet, bit of freezing rain. Obviously the snow, like we were talking about. So that could be a thing. The winds on it, though, like I said, we're not going to be really breaking 30 miles an hour. So we should be good. But out of this next storm system that's going to be coming through, it definitely could cause widespread winds, probably as of right now between like 35, 40 miles an hour in some places out there. Mostly right around like 30. But as it approaches the southeast there, looks like things get a little amplified. So as we get out there towards the southeastern United States, you can see how those winds do get pretty hefty. 30s, 40s, 50s miles an hour. Could be a bit of a problem overall. So, we'll have to definitely keep an eye out there for that. Let's see here, Dave, dude, coming with a $10 super chat, man. Thanks, dude. That's so sweet of you, man. I appreciate that very much, man. Thank you so much. You really did not have to do that, Dave. That is super sweet of you, bro. Thank you so much. Big shout out goes to Dave, guys. Thank you, man. That is so sweet of you. And you really shouldn't have, man. Thanks, man. Say man so many times. How many times? I like a man counting. Man, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Nah, but seriously, dude, Dave, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I said man so many times. I was telling myself specifically, do not say it again, and I said it again. So, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, Dave. You rock, dude. But anyways, but yeah, back to the models and stuff like that. Like I was saying, instability wise, and all of that fun stuff that's popping through right now. On the models, There is talks of a bit of instability to be rolling through these regions here. It's just a little unknown exactly like how strong it's going to be and also where it's going to be. But there is going to be a bit of instability popping through some of those regions there. Bro, man, mate, friend, buddy. Yeah. Dude, my terminology, if I say something, I say it over and over. Let me show you guys the difference with the European model, because Euro also does show a bit of instability as well towards these regions here. So we're gonna pull up the instability on the ECMWF here. We're gonna have to drop down and run because this is the short range ECMWF there. Let's see here. Yeah, so European model I think is downgraded a bit on the instability, but I think certainly there could be some localized margins and maybe enough to get some, isolated severe weather. I don't think it's going to be like any severe weather outbreak or anything like that. If it's going to be anything, it's going to be kind of like a low-end severe weather event. Maybe marginal event there for some of those regions here. And back over here with the GFS. Yeah, GFS definitely does show a bit more instability out there. Some areas over 1,000. Which, if that was the case, if all that instability does turn out to be like 1,000 joules per kilogram, that would actually be a pretty decent amount here. Let's see, that's hour 158. So that's for late the 4th. That is for late February 4th. I know it's a little ways away, but dude, model's been talking about it for a little bit here. Now, when people saying the snow and all that stuff, like I said, I don't think that's going to occur. I mean, we might have a little bit of snow up there in those Smoky Mountains up there towards like western North Carolina and the Blue Ridge, maybe a little bit. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see any snow down there towards like Alabama, Georgia, like some people are saying. I mean, I think that's a little over the head right now. Unless I really start to see some support on it, which I see like none, then we'll talk more about that. Let's see. Did I say 156? Pretty sure the hour we were looking at for late. Yep, it was 156. Wow, there's like no winds there. Yeah, there is a pretty strong lower level jet stream, as you can see right in here. This is for Sunday, late Monday actually. Or sorry, late Saturday. Forecast hour 135. And if I line that up with the instability, see 135. Yeah, there's not a lot. I don't know, man. This seems like we're kind of in a little bit of a thing here. It seems like the instability does not really line up with the wind shear. Let's see here. So here's GFS. 850 millibar. Oh, there we go. Now that one lines up. Huh. That's interesting there. But yeah, so we have a little bit of a jet under there. I mean, obviously there's still a lot of things that can change. I mean, this is just, we're just taking a look at this here just to kind of see what's going on overall. But it does seem like there could be, enough instability. Maybe enough wind shear. Am I planning on going on the largest cruise ship? No. Let's see. That takes money, something I don't have. Let's see. How about Columbia, South Carolina? If you're talking severe weather-wise, obviously it's way too early to tell, man. Yeah, not... at this point, we're just looking to see if even the potential of severe weather is there, yet alone specific areas at this moment. I mean, obviously if we're like the day before, or the day before that at most, then it would be reasonable to look at the forecast for those specific areas, but it seems like the instability hangs pretty low for the most part, so we'll have to see here. Let's see, winter precip type. Yeah, it's all going to be rain for the most part. You can see, like I was explaining, some models do show a bit of snowfall up there towards the Appalachian Mountains, out there towards like the Smoky Mountains and possibly the Blue Ridge. I mean, we could maybe see a little bit of snow on that. Still not too confident on that either, but we'll have to keep an eye out there for that. Now, one thing I am sure of, guys, like I said, the West. I mean, look at this. We're going to be seeing tons and tons and tons and tons of snow. We got ourselves a pretty strong cyclone that's going to be slamming into California here, driving up those winds. Those upper level winds, guys, on the mountains, they're going to be ripping. They're going to be moving pretty quick when the storm system rolls through. And this will be rolling through here kind of right around the, February 4th, February 5th, into the 6th here. Definitely will be kicking up a lot of snow and a lot of winds. A lot of blizzard-like conditions for these areas here overall. Yeah, you can really kind of see where that cutoff point is there too. Let's see. What's my thoughts on this year's severe season? I think it could be pretty active, especially in the South. I really do think the South is going to be very active this year. Down towards the Dixie Alley here, I think we could have a pretty solid, severe weather season ahead of us. So, gonna have to keep an eye on it. Still got a couple months before that happens, but it's coming in hot. I mean, we're already at the end of January here, which is crazy. This month kind of flew by for me. Then we got all February to go through, and kind of like late March. That's whenever things start possibly turning severe, because that's whenever you start introducing a lot more warmer air from the Gulf into the southeast, and then that's whenever situations start to arise, with severe weather potential and all that stuff. What about the Midwest? I think late. The Midwest could possibly see some activity as well. I think it's going to start in the South and then gradually develop northwest. I mean, that's typically what it usually does. Severe weather's usually starts off in the South and then gradually works its way up to the north in those regions. But Midwest, Central Plains. I mean, we'll have to keep an eye on those. I mean, because it could definitely get pretty interesting. Let's see here. You heading off, Brooklyn? Oh wait, hold on. I read that wrong. Totally read that wrong. But all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and hop our way over here to the Gotta hop our way over here to the models and all that stuff here. So right now, I do want to go ahead and tell you guys, if you are just joining us, we do have ourselves a lot of watches starting to be issued across the West from the cyclone that's going to be impacting California here. For those red and blue areas that you see flashing, these are all winter storm watches. These are all where winter storm, heavy impacts of winter weather is going to be possible down in time. We'll have to continue to watch these because, eventually they're going to need to be turned into warnings as the event nears closer. Some of them will, most of them will, and some of them, could cancel off. Never know, but right now, across those areas here, the blue and the red flashing lights, these are all winter storm watches. Now, they all range differently. For example, the one to the south here, as you can see, 8 to 14 inches with 14 to 30 inches of snow above 70,000 feet. 7,000 feet. Winds could be as high as 50. Now, if you work your way more towards, like, the inland areas, out there towards, like, some of the other areas, like we'll use this one, for example. At this point, we're talking locally up to 3 feet of snowfall and winds 50 to 60. I did see somewhere that we could see potentially up to 100 miles an hour. Yeah, there you go. Wind gusts up to 100 miles per hour for the Sierra Ridges. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Lake Tahoe, Wednesday and Wednesday night. Let's see here. 1 to 2 feet above 7,000 foot. Above 7,000 feet. With 3 feet possible near Sierra Coast, or crest, like I was saying. Did I say coast? Crest. So definitely could be a bit of an issue there. Not exactly sure how many people live out there, but it definitely could be pretty nasty. Yeah, there's Lake Tahoe right here. And, like I said, they did mention the fact that look at that, wind gusts up to 100 miles an hour. That's pretty crazy. And 2 to 4 foot wave heights, which could cause a bit of coastal issues coastal areas to the lake. If you live like right on the lake, then yeah, that could be a problem. And of course, we have ourselves that green, the dark and light green flashing areas here. Now these are flood watches. These are actual like areas saying, hey, you got to watch out for these areas. It's, a lot of rainfall is going to be expected. And we are going to be seeing a lot of potential flooding out there. Now, this is going to be mostly taking place between Wednesday and Thursday. And right now, the flood watches do include areas out there by like San Francisco, as you guys can currently see here. And it works its way all the way up. I mean, literally all the way up to the top northwestern corner of California. And it potentially could, flood up in those regions as well. Now, let me go ahead and do something real quick. We're going to turn off the watches real quickly to kind of hide some clutter because we have a lot of clutter on our screen right now. Let's go ahead and get rid of all these winter weather warnings and advisories. Also, yeah, we'll remove the... well, you know what? No, we'll keep the flooding, but I'm going to turn off the data here. I guess we'll hop to radar just to kind of help clear this data here overall. Okay. So, let me show you guys the flooding risks that we do have here. So, for day 3, so obviously today is Monday, or coming up to an end of Monday. So tomorrow will be Tuesday, day 2. No flooding risk here for tomorrow. And the day after, Wednesday. Wednesday, we do have a flooding risk, as you guys can see. So, the way the flooding risks work is that there's a scale that goes from 1 to 4. 4 being like the worst, the worst potential with flooding, and the level 1 meaning kind of like, could be some localized flooding here and there, but there is a flooding concern. So the dark green's the level 1. Obviously, these areas here, could have some localized flooding problems and could be a bit of an issue for some areas. And of course, we have ourselves the yellow here, which this is a zone here where we're basically seeing a little bit more of a greater probability of seeing flooding, heavier flooding and all kinds of things popping off here. Like I said, this is for Wednesday. This threat's for Wednesday overall. So ADHD, this is for Wednesday with the level 2 threat, as we can see here across, San Francisco, San Jose. Once again, Wednesday, guys, Wednesday, level 2 threat out of 4. So we're kind of in the middle ground, level 2 out of 4 flooding threat here for San Francisco, San Jose, working its way all the way through, like, see Redding, Red Bluff, see Weaverville, all the way up there towards like Crescent City, Smith River, well up into California there. So that's Wednesday. Now for Thursday, that risk does extend down to the south. Out there by areas like, Los Angeles, San Diego, obviously 2 pretty populated cities, especially Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a really large city. And there's going to be a lot of people. I mean, look how many buildings and stuff there's going to be here. I mean, look at this. Look at all these buildings, guys. Ready? And then look at the sheer size of Los Angeles. Like, it is actually crazy to take in how large the city is. Anyways, but yeah, there's a lot of people that's going to be in the slight risk here for flooding. So Los Angeles, we could have a bit of issues for Thursday. Okay? So to my folks who live out west in Southern California, San Diego, Los Angeles, Riverside, Santa Clara, is that how you say it? Santa Clarita? I don't know. Santa Barbara included, Santa Maria, those regions out there. That's where we have that level 2 out of 4 flooding threat, which, could definitely bring some flooding problems. So that's for Thursday. Now for Friday, as of now, we do not have any form of risk yet. Actually, I lied. There is a little risk out by Texas. So this is for, let's say Wednesday's day 3, Thursday day 4. So this is for Friday. So coming up here for Friday, day 5 here, we have ourselves a little flooding threat out there by Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, some of these regions, including Dallas, maybe a little bit of a flooding threat, very small risk, I should say. San Antonio, Austin, Tyler, Texas, Waco, some pretty well-known areas, slightly just scooting right by Houston, or we got a level 1 threat. So a small risk out there for some flooding on Friday for these areas here overall. So just wanted to mention that, guys, with everybody do want to talk about that. I do want to pull up the winter severity index here. Let's see here. Days 1 to 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I figured. We got some real nasty threats up there. We got some areas of extreme impacts, which is like a level 5 out of 5. Extremely dangerous, impossible driving conditions is not advised. Or sorry, impossible. I read that in 2 sentences. Extremely dangerous or impossible driving conditions. Travel is not advised. Extensive, widespread closures, disruptions, infrastructure may occur. Life-saving actions may be needed. It's pretty crazy. The red out there is major impacts, which covers a lot. A lot of the mountain here, which will be definitely a bit of an issue. And you can actually see how that really does cover all of those upper mountains there for California. I mean, this is not going to be a joke, guys. I mean, this is no joke. This is a really nasty storm system here. In terms of flooding, in terms of obviously winter weather as well. It's gonna be pretty crazy. So we'll definitely keep you all updated on that. Let's see here. What's up, Amber? Hope we're doing good. But yeah, so we'll just have to keep you all in the loop of all that. Like I said, we do have a lot of winter storm watches after all, and those will likely turn into warnings here relatively quickly. Let's see here, probably for a while. High risk for flooding, high risk for 4+ inches out there for was that Wednesday? Let's see, Tuesday. Yeah, a lot of like I said, a lot of the heavy impacts out here, guys, is going to start with the flooding and the winter weather. A lot of the heavy impacts is going to start here for Wednesday into Thursday. That's going to be like the heaviest days for the West out there by California. Just wanted to let you all know that. But yeah, we looked at the severity. Yeah, we're clocking up in some of those areas all the way to level 5 in some of those areas up there in those elevations. So, yeah, obviously the people who live out there, be extra careful. I mean, honestly, this is my opinion, but why would you even want to live out there on those huge mountains? Does anyone hardly live out there? I mean, can't be too many people that live up there, right? Anyways, but yeah, so that's that. I do want to hop you guys over here back to the models real quick, because I do want to talk about actually a bit of an impact issue tomorrow. This is actually for an area you probably wouldn't expect. We already mentioned this here. But yeah, tomorrow morning, guys, we're going to have a bit of an issue up in the north, out there by the Ohio Valley, potentially. Because what's going to happen here is we have ourselves a low-pressure system up there crossing over, from Canada into the United States here. And that low-pressure system is going to travel its way down here to the southeast. Now, on this low-pressure system, we're going to have ourselves the potential of a snow squall. A big long line of snow, heavy snowfall with near whiteout conditions at some points could be a possibility for this line, I believe. And whenever it comes to it, obviously this could impact areas such as northern Indiana, maybe even as far down south as central Indiana. Maybe a bit of sleet, maybe a bit of freezing rain. Obviously, a bit of snowfall is going to be a problem too. Portions out there by, maybe even as far east as central portions of Ohio, possibly could deal with some of those impacts as well. Now, the models, whenever it comes to accumulations and all of that fun stuff, there's not a whole lot of accumulation expected out of this. Here, I'll just bring it up on this page here. So not a whole lot going on here, but there is a potential, we could possibly accumulate a couple inches out there in some regions. Here, let me remove my thing. I mean, yeah, some areas out there, especially out there by eastern Michigan, probably could accumulate a couple of inches. But, my main concern is mostly how quick it's going to be coming down here, right? So that is mostly what I'm a little concerned about here. Let's see, here's the NAM model. The NAM model here. This one, yeah, oh yeah. Look at that. That model goes a little aggressive, especially when comparing that to the HRRR. Holy cow. Yeah, it seems like the heavy potential kind of cuts off right just before Columbus. Let's see. It's going to rain tomorrow night, it sounds like. For which region? Here, I'll go ahead and show you guys the precipitation type here. Yeah, we're getting all that getting all that rain to slam the west here for mostly Wednesday and Thursday. So mostly tomorrow is going to be pretty clear across the west. I mean, we're going to start to see some impacts late, but should be pretty calm. It'll be a sunny day tomorrow. High 63. Not bad. Yeah, it's the way it's going to be for a lot of people, actually. Because what's happening here is, let's see, I'll bring up the pressure. That's a little broken. Let's see, maybe this will load it better. Maybe it's got to load this first. But we do have a lot of ridging. What the heck? Dude, what is the models doing? Yeah, probably it's my software that's being stupid. That's weird. Here, I'll show you on this page then. So we basically have ourselves like this big ridge of high pressure here. So the jet stream's doing a little something like this. You know, just a little bit of something like that. So real big ridging out there towards the, towards the central U.S., which is, going to really drive in some warmer air towards some of these regions up there in the Central Plains. You're going to notice it being a lot warmer across those regions here. So that'll be good. Let's see, I'll pull up the temperature. Shaded. There we go. So tomorrow's the 30th, right? So tomorrow... Yeah, look at that. That's like tomorrow's temperatures. There's almost going to be like no areas that's below freezing except for the northeast. Got a little bit of an opposite story for you guys. Y'all are probably going to be seeing a bit of, a bit of cooler conditions out there. A lot more of an Arctic air coming down towards those regions there. But look at this. I mean, we're talking like upper 50s into the 60s across these regions here. Down in the south, it's going to be really nice. I mean, obviously Florida, but that's Florida. They get it every day. Out west, too. Yeah, it's not going to be too bad out west either. Like Los Angeles, San Diego, possibly in the 60s, maybe mid-upper 60s. So, yeah, no, it'll be nice. It'll be nice for a lot of people, especially out there by Montana. Shoot, we're getting some areas localized up to nearly 60. Better than the negative 40 we had like a couple weeks ago. That was definitely crazy. How is 40031? I used to live there, man. 40031, that was my old zip code. You're out there by LaGrange. KY. You may have seen me there, too. Maybe you just didn't know about it. Not a whole lot of problems, man, coming up for really these areas here. The only areas I really see a bit of an issue arising for in the country, obviously, is out west. I mean, we're expecting... a lot of potential issues out in the west here. Flooding related, winter weather related. A bit of an issue here tomorrow across some of these areas here. Let's see, let me draw that a little better. Come across like some of these regions here. Could be an issue for tomorrow and snowfall tomorrow morning overall. And eventually as the system, so there's going to be a low pressure system that's going to gradually drive its way here to the east. It'll roll up across the southern country. It could kick off some real heavy rain out in these regions here, out by like Louisiana, Mississippi areas, and then of course maybe potential of severe weather. We're still kind of trying to work that out right now between the models and and all of that stuff. But we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Absolutely, we'll definitely just have to keep an eye out there for that. But yeah, no, that's really what we got going on here for these regions. Let's see. Okay, Michael says 80138. Let's see, 80138. Colorado. Gotcha. Yeah, you're one of those upper elevations there. Let me actually pull up like the GFS for your area, my friend. Let's see. Yeah, I want to pull up GFS so we can kind of get a good look of what's going to happen. Yeah, maybe a bit of snow. Some of that upper level snow we were talking about could happen for like the 3rd. Could linger around for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Until then, though, between now and the 3rd, I mean, you should be relatively clear. Don't see too many problems for you. Let's see. Summer sounds good right now. Yeah, I hear you. Absolutely. I agree. I definitely do agree with that. I love winter, but at this point, I'm just kind of ready for it to be gone. You know, I'm kind of ready for storms. I love my storms. Ready for my thunderstorms. I'm not ready for tornadoes, but I'm ready for, like, you know, some pretty strong thunderstorms. Love me a few good storms, man. Like I said, I've, you know, a couple. As long as they don't do like any damages, then they're good. I mean, they can be a strong storm that does no damage, and I'd love that. But as soon as they start doing damage, it's like, yeah, no. That's whenever I don't like them. Let's see. Last summer was miserable here. I'm enjoying the winter as much as I can. Yeah. It's been a pretty hectic weather pattern. I mean, last couple of years, really. You know, it's been fluctuating all over the place as it does. I mean, but it's been a little extreme at some points overall. What's the outlook for temperature and precipitation for late February and early March? Late February. I'm going to pull up the CPC monthly then. We'll do that. So do a total anomaly here. Oh, that's for April. Okay, we'll just have to do monthly then. I don't really like using these models, not gonna lie. CMC is a little iffy. This model's showing, wow, why did it change, dude? Look at that. So for February, it shows like a lot of the east being very dry, a lot of the west being very wet. But as soon as we come around for March, look at that. The whole east is wet and the whole west is like dry. So it's like, wow. But like I said, you know, this model's a little weird. Let's see. We'll do temperature anomalies here. Yeah, definitely gonna be a lot warmer. That's just how it's been, man. I mean, it's gonna be a lot warmer for a lot of places here. Yeah, on average, it's gonna be warmer than normal. Dude, like any month you go into, it's gonna be warmer. But like I said, I really don't like looking at climatology models because I don't feel that something about them just doesn't feel right about forecasting with those models. But I mean, sometimes yeah, but like CMC, dude, I mean, I've seen that model mess up hard many times. Yeah. See here, 44601. Okay. 1 for Ohio. Northeast. Yeah, I don't see any problems for you either. Like I said, there is a little bit of a winter situation we're seeing out a little more to the west of you. But for your area, dude, I don't see no problems. Well, hold on, let me go a little more local. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull up like the NAM 12K. Yeah, kind of the mixture between like the short range. Oh wow, look at that. Whoa. What the heck? Whoa, what the? Whoa! What the heck is my program doing, dude? It's a little weird. Yeah, it shows that snow getting to you and then just fading. That's some of my luck, man. Shoot. So yeah, I'll tune in tomorrow for weather updates. If it's before 9 p.m. I'm not doing schoolwork or homework. Gotcha. Sounds good, Kala. Well, I appreciate you joining today. Goes for all of you guys. Like I said, we love having you here. So weather pattern's going to make for some bumpy flights, especially the turbulent. Yeah, no, some areas. Dude, I don't know what the heck my program's doing, man. It's like glitched, a little glitched. Let's see, we'll do rapid refresh. There we go. Yeah, so that's a little disturbance we're watching here. Tracking southeast here overall. 0 Zulu. Yeah, you can see it's really diving south. I mean, it is really kicking south here, and then develops that snow squall. If I'm up, I might do coverage on this actually. I'm gonna see what I can do. I might do coverage on it if it's gonna need it. Let's see, how's Friday, Saturday? Let's see, 78729. 78729, Texas. Yeah, I really don't see too many problems. We do have that one system, obviously the one we're tracking out west here. This will go over this area, but I don't think it'll be bringing too many issues, other than just maybe a little bit of rain. The Friday commute, coming up here for Friday, we do have ourselves a level 1 flooding threat out of 4. It's a low-end concern, but it is a threat for flooding, which it's something, yeah, I mean, we should keep an eye out there for. It's something you should take seriously. So, yeah, just keep an eye on it, my friend. Let's see, is this a clipper? What, this one up here? It's just a little snow squall. I consider a clipper like a little mini snowstorm, which, I mean, this is kind of more of a burst of snow rather than a, couple hours. I consider a clipper, lasting a couple of hours at least. Yeah, this is mostly just a squall. Yeah, mostly just a squall. Robin, I already did your zip code, dude. You don't need to post it again. I did it a while ago. But anyways. Alright, guys. Well, I feel like we basically talked about everything we need to do. Like I said, we're going to probably take off a couple days. Probably not going to be live too much anymore soon. Since I've been on it every single day. I need some day off. I had a day off yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. It was nice. But as soon as like crazy severe weather pops up, then we'll do coverage for it. But until then, I'm gonna kind of be on passive mode. It's gonna be kind of taking it chill. Might upload a video here or there, but I think I'm gonna calm down with the live streams here for a little bit. Take a little mental break because it's been crazy, man. Been real crazy. But like I said, if something needs coverage, we'll go live for it still. But the days in between, I think we'll just ride it out. Okay. But all right, guys. Well, once again, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for all the people who subscribed. Also, a big thank you to Dave, man, for the $10 super chat earlier. Greatly appreciated, dude. Much appreciated. But we're gonna go ahead and head over here to the ending stream, my friends. Once again, thanks for joining. Stream will head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. Once again, appreciate every single one of y'all for being here. And like I said, if y'all want to join our Discord is there. I'll go ahead and put it in the chat for you guys. Let's see here. Let me see. Oh, there you go. There's our Discord. Perfect, Nightbot. Thanks. So yeah, check out that right there. Also, guys, check out our cool merchandise page. We just added a bunch of new stuff. So this link that Nightbot's getting ready to post right under my merch thing. Check out that. There you go, merch link. Got some pretty cool stuff on there. So if y'all want to check it out, there you go. But all right, y'all. Well, stream's gonna head off here in about a minute or so. Let's see here. Take some downtime. Oh yeah, I will for sure. Absolutely. Definitely gonna need it because I am exhausted from streaming. Not gonna lie, but it's for good cause, man. I really love it. really enjoy. I just need some time to take a break. But all right, guys. Well, until next time, like I said, if there's any coverage that's gonna be needed or anything like that, I will be here for you guys. But all right, guys. Y'all take care. Y'all have a great night, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow. All right, guys. Peace out. Love y'all, and we'll see you soon.